Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts. So in this video you'll see I've been working on the stand. You'll see it in operation and you'll see the small mods that I've done to it. All my parts arrived from Mini Spares this morning, well just at lunchtime, and I can start getting them out. That's the rear strips and a few other bits and pieces that we really need to get on with. I'll show you. Basically, it's just about the stand now. I've modified it slightly and shown you the test of lifting a Mini with it. Not in the way we will be doing it, but I'm absolutely convinced if the lip on the back of a Mini can take that kind of weight, and you can push it down with one hand, then I'm pretty sure two of them are going to be spot on the money. So, I hope you enjoy the video. So, I wouldn't recommend this doing at home, but just to give you an idea, they say the proof of the pudding, but don't do this on your own lip on the back of your car, otherwise you're going to damage it. But just to see the angle that it's going through, you can even pull that bar back out. So I can do that with one hand. If I pull the bar out even further, there we go, literally I can pull it down on one hand. You can see the tyres are off, and that's halfway up the valance, so it just gives you an idea. You could see in reality where that would actually be, and now it's solid and it's off the wheels, which I'll show you in a second. To give you an idea of what I've done, so what I've done is I've put another brace on the leg at the front. I could have brought it in line, I just thought it needed a bit more support when you're lifting. What I've also done is added this to it, so there's actually two of them, and if you look you can see the wheels. I've also, on the nose I've made it rounded there, you can see, hopefully you can see. So in fact when it goes to the tipping point it doesn't catch on the wheels. When then it gets to a point where it comes down, and basically as it comes down this takes over, the two legs are now stationary and the wheels are off the ground. It's just a matter of getting it under there. Yeah, and as I say, I've stiffened it up. I've kept the wheels short because it's only a matter of getting under. All the weight's going to sit on these two anyway when it's all finished. So there we go, and that's how I've done it. What you could do with something like this is you could make it out of tubular, box section, whatever, but you could also make it demountable if this was going to be a problem. What you probably could do is, instead of weld this on, you could probably put a bolt through there and turn it sideways on these two so it was in line, and then the whole thing would lay just this distance, this flat here. You could do that, or the wheels are easy to take off because they're on a Allen key. These are just rubber wheels. I wouldn't think putting a roller in there would be much good, because if you were on gravel or something it might not roll properly, so the rubber wheels are quite good. And yeah, that's it. So you know, there's many ways to skin a cat. I think this will do the job. If this will lift the back end of a car, the subframe, the wheels and everything on it, it hasn't got a fuel tank in it, a few others, but I can lift it with one hand, so two hands would be no problem. So if this can lift the back end of a car, there's no reason why two of them can't sit either side of the car. So I think the idea of trying to do it onto a conventional road car is not really practical, because I think a lot of these cars are probably quite bad internally. The paintwork might be alright on them, but you know, they're probably reasonably or it could be structurally weak, and if then you make something and somebody lifts it, you know, you get all kinds of issues and problems, and people are coming back to you and saying it's your problem. So I'm not suggesting for a minute you do this, but it's just an idea. I mean, I like to share, and I think it works well, especially now I mean, that's absolutely solid, that as a stand. That's going nowhere. So what we really want to do now is, once we get working on that other, what's going to be the hill climb car, I'll lift it in such a way that we can, but we need the engine in to do that. We have to lift it in such a way that we find the balance point. And I would imagine that is it when the engine's in, because if they put it here, they did it for a reason, so that you were taking the weight up centrally, even though you're only pulling it on one side. I would imagine that that is exactly where the pivot point should be. And then, if that is the case, you literally, all you have to do is put the ones in the tubulars in the back, the ones you have in the back here. So you have one there and one there, and the ones at the back, all you would need to do is pop them in and basically just lift the wheel up, or lift the back end up, and put a jack stand under it. Now you've got it. Now you've got it square to do oil changes, whatever you want to do. So that's it. So thank you for all the comments that you guys put in. There's some good points there. It doesn't have to be like this. As I say, you could make it collapsible. You can make it a different shape. You can make it with tubular, you know, whatever. But I think something like that will suffice. So what I'll do now, I'm absolutely convinced this will work well. So what I'm going to do now is I'll make another one exactly the same for the other side. And unfortunately, until we've got a car that's got an engine in it, and I can't actually prove it. But I could probably rig something up to show it. But as I said, if it'll lift the back end of the car, it will lift a car. So thanks for watching in. Thanks for all your comments, your thumbs up, and yeah, parts have come this morning. So the parts have come today. So I've got the new windscreen rubbers. I've got all the new bits and bobs from Mini Spares, and you will notice when I'm doing a video that there seems to be an awful lot of bobbins there for an exhaust. In fact, there's too many. I think there's 10 in there. And the reason I've gone for these is because I intend to mount the SU pump onto 2 bobbins so that it stops the vibration. The rubber will help the vibration if the metal's pinging or tinging. And that's the reason I've got so many, because you will see them at some point. Okay, so stay safe. Keep the faith and enjoy your hobby, and be good to each other. Take care. Bye.